Welcome back, intrepid investigators, to another episode of Pulp Cthulhu. Star Wars, I'm kidding, Pulp Cthulhu. Last time we left off, Benny had met Indrid Cold, also known as Mothman. He told us that we had ruined his plans for eating Great Despair.
Yep.
And that he was working with, I'm going to call him Evil Santa, because I forgot his actual name.
Krampus.
The air conditioning might pick up, but it's fine. If it does sound echoey, because I just now remember we should probably mention that, we are in my new D&D room. Woo. And there's nothing in here yet except a table, so it may sound a little echoey, and I apologize for that.
Not even chairs.
Not even chairs. We have a table.
We're levitating.
And camping chairs right now. That's all we have.
The real camping experience, you guys.
Other than that, do you want to go ahead and get started, Brian?
So you started off?
Did I do a good enough recap?
Yeah, I think we got all the talking points. You guys did go in just a quick recap of what you did. You went to Jerusalem, around there, and found a lost city. Found some crazy stuff.
Oh yeah, the cult was
Gage, who's not here right now.
Yeah, he said he was going to come back, but
okay,
we don't know.
Cool.
He didn't. He had to leave to go do a thing.
Yeah, so hopefully he is back by the middle of this roughly. But he talked to Annabeth in his mind. There's a whole thing there.
I'll be honest with you, unless it directly involves my character, I just kind of zone out.
So
I just zone. If it doesn't involve me, I'm just not paying attention.
Very nice. So yeah, you guys are just like slowly putting pieces together, or trying to put pieces together as to what is actually going
I know
on.
that the cult is Saturday morning cartoon villains.
Yeah.
I do know that.
We're basically Indiana Jones.
They're not nearly as intimidating as we first thought they were.
I mean, you guys haven't really you ran into them once. You ran into one member once, way back when.
Is that when I pushed him out the window?
Yeah.
Or Bo beat the living shit out of him?
Yeah, you guys basically just raffle stomped him and tossed him out the window. So yeah, the cult has never gotten the chance to actually directly run into you.
Yeah. Then he was like, don't kill him. And Parker's like, he didn't say I couldn't kill him. He said, Bo, don't kill him.
So.
But that guy was low-key a pushover. You just kind of beat the shit out of him and tossed him out the window.
You know it's only going to get worse when we actually go back to Star Wars.
Yes.
And you give fucking Axel literally all of the gear he had, and it's like, oh gosh, that dude can kill an army. He's unstoppable.
So I think that's pretty much it. I'm gonna toss it over to you for
a second.
Yes. Well, I mean, a little bit.
Yeah. All right. So after you end up seeing Mothman, you step back inside to the house, correct?
Yeah, most likely to be like, hey guys, I met Mothman.
Okay. So
Izzy is there.
Oh yeah, Izzy just magically
Izzy just appears whenever I'm not running the game. Izzy's just kind of like
she
fucking Star Trek teleporters.
I thought she was there though.
Yeah, I know.
But we
wasn't being very talkative.
We had all organized.
As she do.
She just sort of like sleeps on the couch until she's named and wakes up. Hello guys.
You say her name 3 times.
Yeah.
Beetlejuice. So anyway, as you step into the living room, you actually end up smelling something odd. And before you can really register what it is, there's a large puff of smoke, and there's a man standing there. He's hunched over, has ashen horns that curl back away from his skull, and he's covered head to toe in thick robes. Are you burping?
No.
Okay.
I know what I want to say to this man.
Okay.
I'm glad that Mothman gave us a warning at least, because it's like he just shows up, we all just shoot him. It's like that scene out of fucking what's that movie? Oh no, the one Zombieland.
Oh.
We just Bill Murray him.
Just Bill Murray. Just Bill Murray evil Santa.
So he's covered head to toe in these ancient robes, pelts and fur, and he has pelts and furs covering him. And it's almost hard to tell where the hair stops and the fur begins. So he's got a brownish gray complexion, almost makes him look sickly. And his teeth are jagged and sharp. He has a crooked smile. Makes him look kind of like a sleazy car salesman. His hair slicked back. And
well, ho 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 to you.
So he cackles and reaches out a knobby clawed hand and purrs, "Krampus at your service."
So he just sort of appeared in the living room, right?
Just like a big billowing.
Yeah. Izzy definitely shrieks, falls off the couch, and yells, "Bo, get the flamethrower!"
evil Santa.
He kind of laughs and goes, "You're thinking of Mickey. Listen, kid. Me and the jolly old man."
Is Santa real?
Well, yeah. He's like a business partner.
Is Santa a vampire? I've always thought he's either a vampire...
No, he's an alcoholic. Pretty close.
I think we need to go to the North Pole.
Are we...
We have to go visit Santa.
I feel like if we visit Santa, we might accidentally kill him. And I don't want this to be the redemption arc where the 10-year-old comes and kills us for ruining Christmas. Like...
Santa is real. Santa is an alcoholic.
How else do you think he gets those rosy cheeks and the red nose? He's got a big gut. What do you think that is? Not full of stuffing.
Santa's an alien.
Santa's an alien. Just going through.
Actually, he's a higher being.
Is Santa a god?
Not quite. Close, but not quite.
I have so many questions.
I like how Krampus arrives and we're all like, Santa, tell us about it.
Question.
Do you have time for questions about Santa?
I feel like this happens to him a lot.
Listen, he handles the goodies, I handle the baddies.
So are you the guy that keeps giving me coal?
I'm pretty sure that's Bo.
Now, if I came to you, you know it.
So, we know that you are helping us with the disc.
Yes.
Your friend Mothman.
Yeah, Infraco.
Mothman. He told us that you were here to help us with the discs.
It's kind of more of a, I scratch your back, you scratch mine.
You made me eat a person.
He's laughing, by the way. Like, I didn't make you do anything. I gave you a book. You chose to read that book.
Yeah, that tracks.
Like, you're following like the logic in your head, like, no, that did happen. That is exclusively Krampus that did that.
Gift in the book.
It makes sense in context, ladies and gentlemen. It makes sense in context.
It's all Pulp Cthulhu. Oh, I want this to get popular so we can have somebody taking all the things out of context. It would be so fucking easy.
You made me eat a person.
Alright. Anyway, I'm not here to talk about somebody who gets all the credit and I get all the flack. I'm here because my boss needs to talk to you guys.
You have a boss?
I mean, it's just a business.
Who's your boss?
But I don't really...
Knacking cold?
I don't really have a number to just call. I have to take
Snow
it.
miser?
What the fuck's a snow miser?
You know who Snow Miser is? Am I the only one that fucking watched that movie?
What movie?
Snow Miser.
I'm Googling. Pause.
I like the idea.
So now that we Googled who
as
Snow Miser
Yosemite
is.
drops down, your ranking just exponentially increases.
like single digits.
Deadpool had it all along.
He just starts calling himself Steven. Hello, my name is Steven. This is my friend Gage. I mean, Bo.
So, anyway.
I know we're going on all these adventures, but it sort of feels like we're just sitting in a room all the time and rolling dice.
We're not in any real danger. You see, we don't exist.
So as soon as you go past that point, lose all your sanity.
Once you hit 0 sanity, you're fully aware that you are a board game character.
I hate it but love it at the same time because
Gage and I
imagine that happening to you in real life though.
Yeah.
Like it sounds funny for a character in a game.
It's all just a simulation.
Yeah, but that is an existential crisis and a half.
I know that we've talked about it before. I think we should just meet Brian. We just get together and just talk for 30 minutes. Just record it because we have some awesome conversations. But Deadpool is super cool. But if a guy like Deadpool actually existed, you would think he was a crazy person.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
If he just looked off randomly and was addressing people that weren't there and was mentioning like, oh yeah, we're in a comic book, you'd be like, what? Like he'd be a crazy person.
I mean, that's how a lot of people treat him.
Yeah. They should.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is the appropriate reaction.
As you should treat Benedict Pemberton crazy for referencing a thing that his character, his player, grew up with. Snow Miser.
Alright, so back on track. He would actually get that reference. He would laugh.
Chuck!
Yeah. So, I know that was a shitty film. It was weird. Anyway, so
What's a film?
your grandkids will understand. So anyway,
Grandkids?
Maybe. Which one are you? Nah, it doesn't matter. Anyway, so like I said, my boss wants to talk to you, and I'm make it sound like you have a choice because I want to be your pal, but I really don't think you got a choice here. So I want to be your friend. I'm a good guy usually. Are you gonna come along? What do I have to do with you?
Is your boss going to eat us?
From what I know of the guy, probably not.
Probably not. That's a safer bet than most of the bets we make.
Yeah, he's pretty stern, but I don't think he's like a bad dude. I don't think.
How much do you actually know about your boss?
Very little. Listen, it's a job.
Reassuring.
A job that's kind of low staff at the moment. Your little posse mentally shoved my Scandinavian branch manager into the belly of a dormant volcano. I'm down an employee here. You owe me.
Who did that? It's a mystery.
So he gives you a very smug-looking grin. It just kind of creeps across his face and crinkles his eyes, and it's like, yeah, I wonder who did that. Now listen, I didn't care for her. She's kind of a bitch. And I wasn't allowed in that area because it wasn't my territory. And you kind of did me a solid, but also fucked me over at the same time. So... You okay?
Got the COVID.
Everybody tuck the cover.
I coughed. Sorry.
Oh, man.
Went down the wrong pipe.
But anyway, just come talk to my boss and then we'll discuss the details.
Are we all cool with talking to King Cold?
You know what? I'll take it.
The North Wind.
That's... not quite.
Who is your boss?
I can't tell you that.
Please.
What do I look like? A grandmother?
Just because you say please and thank you doesn't mean I'm gonna give away shit.
You son of a bitch, I'm in.
Alright, so everybody come around, hold hands, sing a song. Don't start singing. That was a joke.
Imagination.
Yeah, kumbaya, my lord, all that shit.
Alright, so he takes his robes and ends up fanning them over everyone, and very similar to the gate, you guys see darkness, and then when the robes come back down, you guys are standing in a snow-covered area.
We're here. Rough trip, I know.
Where are
Those
we?
layovers take time.
Where are we right now?
We are currently in Antarctica. Welcome.
Are there penguins? Are there penguins around?
No, I'm just kidding.
Penguin sledding with me?
What is this, Avatar? No.
Lovely.
So, you know
that
what?
movie.
Sure, there's a couple of penguins hopping around, waddling.
There are no penguins in Antarctica.
There
It
aren't.
was a trick.
There
Oh,
aren't.
no.
We're not in Antarctica.
Guess what? Alternate universe. There are penguins in this Antarctica. They are, but they're mutated. I'm joking.
They're 6 feet tall.
And they have 8 tentacles
What?
and 573 eyes.
I need a sketch of this penguin, please.
But all of the eyes are located on the tentacles.
Like a clam where it's all like on the edge. Ugh. Anyway. So he ends up kind of counting, making sure everybody made it through. Looks everyone over, make sure no limbs are sticking out
Who
weird.
is with us?
Currently
Is
Izzy, you, and I guess Bo.
so he didn't bring everyone.
Who else would be there?
We had Faust there. We
Who
had.
do you want to bring?
No, it's fine. The 2 of us is fine.
Okay.
It's easier this way.
Yeah.
Okay. So he makes sure again that everybody's here and accounted for. Make sure there's
All
no
3 of us.
1, 2, 3,
2, 3.
just like that.
1, 2, hold on, I lost count. 1, 2, wait, did you move? 1, 2.
I don't have.
He points at Bo and Izzy and be like, "You two look very similar."
Exactly.
You two are so much alike. All you humans look alike.
all you humans look the same.
Are you okay? Do you need a sippy cup?
No. I'm good.
Okay.
Oh, I'm dying.
Yes.
All you humans look the same.
Anyway, so
It's like, alright, no extra limbs, no missing limbs. We're good. Alright, follow me.
and he starts walking through, but it's almost like he's gliding through the snow.
I just saw that on.
Oh, you're welcome.
Yeah, following along behind him, just crunching through the
Yeah.
snow. Be like, man, I wish you told us we were going to Antarctica. I would have dressed warmer.
Oh yeah, you guys feel cold. My bad. We're almost there. It'll be fine.
I would have also put on shoes.
Oop. He just kind of shrugs.
Sucks to suck.
I like this guy.
So keep walking, and you actually don't walk too far. And he starts stepping. It's almost like he is climbing an invisible staircase.
I will believe in the staircase.
Yeah, Izzy just like has that like one finger held up, you kind of like face, and then just like the finger slowly curls down, just like walks forward, takes 1 foot, trying to like find this invisible staircase, really feel it out.
I will believe in the staircase.
All right, you ascend the staircase.
1 bare foot, just like
Barefoot. Does it feel cold?
like It's like fucking.
There's a lot of fur on a barefoot, though.
I hate that. Thank you. That was a terrible pun.
I'm going home.
All right, Dad. My father makes jokes like that. What do you call a talkative caterpillar? A caterpillar. That was a dad
I
joke.
love that. Thank you.
My dad made that one up. So, he kind of glances back to make sure everyone's following, and then once he gets to pretty much the staircase, the invisible staircase, connects this lower area to a cliff. So you guys basically climb over what you think is a staircase, and then he starts walking out as if it were a bridge and gets onto the cliffside.
How much further?
We're almost there. It's not far at all.
So we are able to climb this invisible staircase just fine.
Yes, yeah.
Okay, so Izzy is probably like on the ground, just like
Climb.
yeah,
Hands
crawling
and
up.
knees.
Is like it's a bad time to mention I'm afraid of heights.
But you're only like 50 feet off the ground. It would be painful. It'd be fine. Just come on. You're doing great, kid.
I'll make it up eventually.
Yes.
Continue following.
Alright, so once you guys end up getting to a certain point, you can actually see an odd, almost like a shatter in the scenery. It almost looks like a giant glass painting, but there's a section of it that's cracked. And he walks up, separates the glass, and steps through.
I know who we're meeting. This is the Fortress of Solitude. It all makes sense now.
A large glass painting. I'm not sure. I'm visualizing it.
Pretty much, he parted reality.
Ah,
I need
yes.
you to draw me. I need you
Yes.
to draw me a sketch.
Draw you a sketch? Fuckaroo. Okay, here we go. Sketch number 2. The first one, what was the first one?
Penguin.
The penguin. I have to draw
Yes.
penguins.
Tentacle penguin.
Yeah, with 573 eyes?
78.
Okay.
Those 5 eyes are very
Yeah,
important.
those are the most important 5.
Yeah, they're the ones that are blue.
Yeah.
The rest?
But continue.
Alright,
But only
so
5 are blue.
is this where you want to take over?
Yes.
Okay.
No. Oh shit.
Okay. So when you step through the crack, you find yourself on the top of a mountain peak. There's currently a mild blizzard going on, so there's snow falling around it, almost like a tornado of snow all around you. You can't really see much of anything aside from just like distant peaks of other mountains. You're definitely not anywhere that you know of. These mountains have an almost otherworldly quality to them. They are
Not Mount Everest.
no. It's like imagine mountains that are
I just imagine
Almost
stepping through
like-
going,
Again,
Oh fuck! You humans need air.
that shit in Watchmen. That was so Spectre. Oh yeah, that's right.
they're far too narrow at the base, and you're currently standing on one that has a plateau at the top, but it's almost like you're standing on the top of a pencil that is a mountain, right? The sort of the shape of these. They're very jagged, and at first you don't really see or hear anything important. It's Bo, Izzy, and Ben.
Benedict.
Yeah. So
And
the scene is
Krampus.
pretty much just for Benny at the moment, since I guess Krampus is here as well. But
Me and
Fist bump.
Krampus bro fist over our Snow Miser reference.
There'll be many more.
I out referenced fucking the DM. Just boop.
I did not know the name of that character, so.
So, as you step through and you take in your surroundings, the snow begins to stir and agitate, becoming more and more intense of a blizzard.
It's Aqua. You son of a bitch.
And in the distance,
Wait. Oh no! His boss is a Thaqua! Oh no!
and in the distance, through the growing blizzard, you can see a distant moving shape. Massive, taller than the mountains that you're currently standing on, which are so high that you can't see the ground from the peak. You see this distant humanoid figure who has elongated limbs that seem disproportionate to a human. And it is slowly walking towards the point where you currently are, as the blizzard grows stronger and the cold becomes almost unbearable. At this point, I imagine Krampus does something so you just don't, fucking die of cold.
Yeah.
Probably.
No.
Wow, you can be Krampus for this little section, actually, since you have that character.
Yeah. I guess he will. He'll just kind of spread out his robes so everyone can kind of stay in them.
Alright.
Yeah.
So, before...
Wait.
Mm-hmm.
It's a tidbit nibbly out.
Yes.
Man isn't in a little cold. There was Continue.
Before you actually can see any defined features of this giant that's approaching, the blizzard becomes so strong that everything basically becomes a solid blanket of white. You can't even see the ground below you, like that you're standing on. And...
I don't like this.
Yeah. You stand like this for some time, about probably 2 to 3 minutes. You can see just like the vaguest silhouette of a dark shape move in front of you, as if a massive humanoid figure is now bringing its face down to the peak of the mountain. And at this point, Gage isn't here, so I can't make him roll a sanity check.
No, I'll roll for him. It's fine.
Yeah.
I'll roll for him.
But you get to roll a delicious sanity check. Now it is obscured, so I'm not going to give you the full viewing. But yeah, you're kind of
I passed that.
face to face with an elder god, so
Benny Pemberton finally passed a sanity check.
you want to roll for Gage?
I'll roll for Gage.
Feel bad. Because this is one of those important moments. And I'll roll for Izzy.
Was it 36? I did not pass.
Rest in peace, Gageroo.
Gageroo.
Ripperoo.
Do not pass go. Do not collect $200. Go straight to insanity.
Bad. Yeah, I'll do that.
You need to pause.
Yeah, just 1 second. Shouldn't take me too long.
Whoa!
We're back, and Izzy also failed. Benny is the only one that didn't lose his crazy points.
Yeah.
7.
And we decided, since it's a heavily obscured vision with Aqua instead of dead on, seeing it, you lose 2d6, and
If you pass.
yeah, if you pass, you lose 1d4. So if you fail, it's 2d6. If you pass, it's 1d4.
I believe Bo is also temporarily insane because he lost 7 points.
Yes. If you lose more than 5.
Yeah. Which
I don't know if we have.
spoiler alert, Bo is almost just as crazy as Benny now.
Nice. What's his Cthulhu mythos?
His Cthulhu mythos is 25.
What's his sanity?
29.
He's almost at the point where he could start to believe.
Oh yeah, I already did that. I already believe.
That's why you have hacked.
Brain blast.
Brain blast.
I already believe in the Cthulhu mythos. Can I believe more? Is that a thing that I can do?
Not.
Can I get more? Can I just get more mythos now that I saw an
If
elder
I
god?
believe really hard.
Bro, look at that thing. He's real.
I do think you get some Cthulhu mythos seeing Ithaqua.
Bro, how much?
Probably.
How much?
I'll say that you're gonna get 5 Cthulhu mythos. So everybody gets 5.
I want more.
You know Krampus?
Yeah, Krampus is like, oh. Yeah, roll sanity
What?
on Krampus.
What? It's been years. I haven't seen you since the Christmas. Oh yeah.
I started to forget you exist.
The Christmas party. Krampus is bitter.
I'm at that. That status.
Krampus party. You have an extra pencil?
I don't
I'm
know.
at that-
That's all I had.
I'm at that status.
Did
now.
Jamie take our pencils?
I don't know. You have to go run out there and check.
Okay.
Run out and check.
I don't have it on the
Oh, my knees.
I hope not, 'cause I need those pencils.
It's just like,
So I have a hard cap of 64 sanity.
Nice.
I'll never get higher than that. But we see Ithaqua.
Yes.
Benny. He's seen weirder shit.
That is true.
Apparently, with his 1 point.
So.
Okay. I try to find pencils with erasers.
Yes.
My mom would kill me if she
But what's
hurt me walk down in that chair.
So what does Ithaqua say to us?
So, it leans in, and you see this heavily obscured silhouette of a head that dwarfs you in size.
Wait till you see my O.
Continue.
And it doesn't speak, however, you hear in the blowing wind of the blizzard that
That's
is.
fucking dope. That's a cool power. Where's that spell?
Speak with winds.
Speak with
Or
winds.
speak through winds.
Speak through winds.
You hear. Each of you hears your own name, except Krampus. Krampus doesn't hear his name.
Wait, is it Benedict or Benny?
Benedict.
Just thought was pretty. Benny.
Sup, Benny. Long time no see.
Sup, bro.
Lenny!
Benny.
Lenny!
Benny. Sorry. I'm getting distracted. Benedict.
Yes. So you hear that, and the blizzard grows stronger and blots out the sight of Ithaqua. At this point, you feel isolated.
All of us?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Because even though you're standing only feet apart from each other, you can't see each other. You can't even see the ground beneath you.
I want to reach for Krampus's hand. Gotta hold his hand.
Okay. So you reach out and you basically like reach out and you're kind of like trying to feel for his hand and you don't find anything. You don't find a hand there where there probably should be one because he wasn't very far off.
Cool.
And
Yeah, that is that Krampus. He just pulls his hand away. But I want to say yes.
after a few moments, you hear the voice in the wind again say, I have been observing you. And you see moments throughout your adventures so far. Moments like with the Wendigo especially. Basically just playing back up to this point. And
Technically, elder gods can't talk unless it's Nyarl.
it's not speaking. Like I said, it's not really speaking. It is.
I feel like I had to say it because someone would have.
I mean, yeah, Blake. R1.
No, only one that can talk is Nyarl the Pulp. All the other ones can't talk. They don't know. They don't because they don't bother with the human language. They're beyond the human language.
I feel like if they wanted to, that they could. It's just sort of like a matter of pride. And it's like, I'm not going to speak your language because why would I? If we could speak ant, would we speak ant?
Yeah, Thakwa though. Basic bitch.
I would. I would speak ant if I could.
You know,
Become Anthony.
yeah, I'd love to speak to Anthony.
Anthony.
Yeah, it's from Ant-Man.
Antoine.
Anyways, sorry.
The ant jokes from Fallout.
No.
But continue.
Did you anticipate this?
Continue with Thakwa.
Let's stop antagonizing me.
Continue with Thakwa.
Yes.
I
We'll antagonize you.
need this lore.
So
We have our attention.
Ant's tension.
I'm going home.
Why are you getting antsy?
Shortest episode, not even an hour long.
Continue.
Continue. Give me that sweet lore.
So you see these images, and then you hear the voice again say, there are things you need to understand going forward. And you see...
No, that definitely is catching. Damn it. Continue, I'm listening.
I'll wait. You're gonna pause.
Continue, I'm listening. God damn it.
So in the snow all around you, in this basically white void of blizzard, you see another vision materialize. This time not one of your past. Not one that you've really ever seen before. You see figures trudging through the snow. These figures are dressed in like animal hides. They're holding spears, and they look human, but they look much different. They look essentially kind of like Cro-Magnon features, you know.
I was gonna say like Inuit, but
No, this is like
Like otherworldly, it's not human.
they're human, but this
cavemen.
yeah, Cro-Magnon.
Oh, sorry.
So they're trudging through the snow, and you see like in the center of them a small child who it seems like the blizzard sort of like, well, not the blizzard, but the vision sort of like zooms in on this small child, and you see them like looking off into the distance, and you hear a howling sound, and you see like a look of fear pass across the child's face, and then the vision changes to where they are like in probably in a cave, because stereotyping, cavemen did like live in caves. It's cold, so they found a cave, and you see this child painting on a wall this like hideous creature, and as it's painting, you see a line from this child's head that you recognize isn't really there, but is at the same time.
A line?
Yes.
Do you remember the statue and
Oh, yeah. We're all connected. Humans are the real monsters.
You see this line stretching out, and as he's painting, you see where the line goes to in the distance to the forest, where the sound was. And you see from this line something being created. This child's fear being solidified into an actual thing. You see other lines that you don't see the origin point connecting and creating this thing. And it creates what looks like basically one of the many different cryptid horrors that, of legend. One that you haven't really run into yet. Basically like an early man sort of thing that they would be worried about. And from that point, the vision transitions to where there are much more people like further down in history, right? And this phenomenon is repeated. You see it continuing to happen, and it's growing worse because there are more. The more people there are, the more imagination there is. They are creating more and more of these monsters from their fear, their like connected imagination.
That's why Neiman wants to kill everyone, because if he kills everyone, there won't be any monsters.
maybe?
And this vision continues. You see them, creating these monsters pretty much haphazardly, creating things that you actually recognize. Now, the first one was like, that's, some weird amalgamation of a saber-toothed tiger and a woolly mammoth with wings,
You know what I'm scared of? Giant chocolate. Just a huge ass bar of chocolate.
$1 million.
Terrified $1 million.
But now you see, a much more
Terrified.
much more recognizable things like minotaurs.
Terrified of commitment, Brian.
Make it happen.
Proceeds to wait.
But yeah, you see things like minotaurs and centaurs, like Greek mythological creatures being formed and created. Unicorns, dragons, all of these things.
Yes.
Rhinoceroses, which are real. Yeah, that's pretty obvious right now. Like the unicorns are just rhinos.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like that's common knowledge.
Yeah.
Like that's not a spoiler anymore.
It's not a spoiler. What is this?
Did you see that chonky ass gray horse with a horn?
Yeah. And, bro, you saw a rhino.
Straight up, there's so many different descriptions of dragons in so many different cultures. That's just the fucking dinosaurs, bro.
Yeah, bro.
It's just the dinosaurs.
Yeah, bro. They just saw T-Rexes. They're just like, oh shit.
It's just a pterodactyl.
That's a dragon.
So
It
this
has a
phenomenon
beard for
continues
some reason. That's Chinese.
and grows, and eventually you see, and you're gaining impressions from these visions as well. It's not just sight, but you're also gaining insight that you wouldn't normally gain just from seeing things. So it's almost like you are being imparted understanding. You see...
Is that why we get Cthulhu Mythos points?
Yeah, sure, that's part of it. So you see talks in a language you don't understand, but essentially like, large gatherings of people in like it'd be like Greek forums, I believe is what they're called.
Yeah.
Talking and speaking of needing to create a leader to make something that will be able to be an arbiter for the things that they've made, right?
I swear to God, Brian, if you tell me that oh God, the eruption happened in Greece.
Pompeii?
Pompeii, thank you. I read a book about it. How did I not fucking know that?
There's a song about it.
Yeah.
And if you close your eyes.
That if you tell me that Pompeii was them trying to destroy the world so they could kill the monsters, I'm going to leave this room.
That's not where I was going.
I'm going to leave. Oh, so I was reading too much into it. Cool.
Wasn't it like Mount Vesuvius?
Yeah, no, serious.
Yeah.
Dude died jerking, by the way.
Yeah.
That's one way to go, I guess. He's like, I see my end coming, and I too will come.
Oh no. But yeah, you see these people having these talks, basically saying, we need to create something to lead us and to stop the random creation of these things that are, terrorizing us.
Yeah.
And from that, you see all of the lines begin, or maybe not all of them, but a massive amount of these lines beginning to converge in Antarctica. And below Antarctica, which at this point you can see is like, it's not an icy wasteland. Still, cold, but it is it's a little greener, right? And you see the vision shift down from where these lines are creating to a cave system, and the walls of this cave system are covered in that fungus that you've seen before, and it seems to be pulsing and almost with rhythm that looks like a heartbeat. And as you see this, you hear the voice of Ithaqua say, the heart of creation.
So,
and then in the center of this, you see that figure that was in the is in the Lost City, the one that had the statue,
Yeah.
beginning to form in the center of this place.
That's the creature that resides in the center.
And
Maybe.
as soon as it is created, you see the lines that were moving to it become solid. You see basically the fungus essentially like grows on those lines, and you see the vision flashing to all the people that were creating it, their eyes suddenly going wide and then blank. They become rigid and start moving like puppets.
I don't like that.
You then see a vision that actually Parker saw, where there is a massive group of people who call down the power of the sun and essentially shift the equator to freeze this thing back under the ice.
So, they created a thing and went, oh shit, too powerful. Too strong.
Oh shit, turn back! Go back!
Uncreate pools. And then they couldn't uncreate pools. So they just froze it in Antarctica.
That's what it seems like.
We get impressions, Brian. You can tell me answers.
Yeah. So, I mean, you can ask that to, you're currently in a conversation with.
Yeah. I have a question, Ithaqua.
Yeah, there's, silence.
Did we create you?
So after you ask that, you see you see a vision that predates everything you've seen. You see the Earth at a much earlier state. And you see beings...
Before 10,000 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, because young Earth theory is real.
You see beings coming
Flat
down.
Earth too.
Flat Earth as well.
That's what
Just a solid
happened.
disc.
That's what happened.
It's also hollow.
Frisbeeing through space.
Yeah, that's what happened to the dinosaurs when the meteor hit. It just flung all the dinosaurs into
Yeah,
space.
it's like a fucking seesaw.
Exactly. That's what happened to the dinosaurs. Just saying.
It's also only 2,000 years old.
Depends on who you ask. It might be 2000. Oh, I've gotten that. Well, it's only year 2020. Well, it was 2019 at the time. It's only year 2019.
Happy birthday, Earth. You're 2019 years old. Happy birthday, United States. You're only 2019 years old.
The same guy told me. Same guy told me that the Grand Canyon was formed by Noah's flood. He knows because he read in the Bible.
What Bible? The Mormon Bible?
That's my first thought. I was like, it's either Mormon or he's a Scientologist. Something weird.
I know the Mormon Bible is called the Book of Mormon. I know that.
Yeah.
I was making a joke.
The Book of Mormon, I don't think is the musical.
No, it's
I know, but I'm thinking.
It's the Book of Mormon is one of like the sections, kind of like how Deuteronomy is a section in the Bible.
Mm-hmm.
Also, the guy who made Mormonism couldn't repeat what the gold inscription said. It's weird. It's crazy. How they're like, do it again, and he goes, well, God told me different things this time. And they believed him!
Almost like it was.
What the fuck, dude? You couldn't do it twice. He's like, you're right, I can't, because God changed the word. It's like, what?
God's out there going, wait. There's a typo. Send it back.
This is the Book of Mormon 1.5. This is Advanced Book of Mormon.
After I get a patch, you get an update.
Book of
Check
Mormon
the patch notes.
Book of Mormon 3.5. Book of Mormon 4th edition.
Yeah, most people don't like. They just say, go from 3.5, skip 4th, go straight to 5th.
Get straight to the 5th edition of Book of Mormon. Oh, Jesus. Anyways, I'm sorry.
So you ask that, and you see a vision of a much younger Earth, and you see not necessarily what you would think of when you think of dinosaurs, because in the 1920s, dinosaurs were definitely like, people knew about them, but they were kind of new, I think.
They have feathers or not?
No, they're definitely scaly. No, in your perception, in the vision, they are like, we're talking like, what would it be, a iguanodon?
Like, we are all like, bro, giant chickens running around.
No, like in the vision, they're scaly because that's like, this is, oh god, what's the first? I'm trying to think of like the first.
Dinosaurs had feathers, bro, constantly. They always had feathers. They're just giant chickens running around, giant chicken T-Rexes. Giant chicken T-Rexes, bro.
I mean, like the first things to have come out of the water.
Oh,
No, I'm talking like iguanodon and shit, like the first.
Well, Iguanodon is like a full-blown dinosaur.
Yeah, Iguanodon's like a full-blown
Yeah, it's
dinosaur,
like
bro.
the first.
Anyways, semantics.
Yeah.
Dinosaurs and chickens.
Yeah, we're talking like
Seed
early primordial dinosaurs.
I don't even know what that word means.
Time immemorial.
But you see this vision of very, very early Earth, and you see the sky, the night sky, suddenly ablaze with multiple comets. And as they land, you see beings like you thought was stepping out.
God's killed the dinosaurs?
Hold up.
No, this isn't it. It's not like an extinction level event.
Okay, I was like, hold up a second. Does I have questions?
It's not gonna kill the dinosaurs!
I was like, I have questions real quick. And then
No, that would have been much later. But yeah, you see.
also, that would have been much cooler.
Yeah, I'm sure the Great Old Ones had some hand in the destruction.
Yeah, we're running a better campaign than you are, Brian. Get with it. We're out here going, bro.
See what happened?
Much
What happened? The gods arrived and they were like, oh look, and they went pet it and then it bit it, went extinct.
Yeah.
Fuck this thing. Like us with the moose thing, or what was it? The elk thing, the red stag. We were like, oh, it's nice, and then it bit brown cow and we were like, immediately.
Yeah, right. I forgot about the rat stick.
We were.
That was a good
We
moment.
kept trying to. And we kept getting attacked, and we're like, it's okay. And then brown cow tried, and as soon as it attacked brown cow, everyone was like, kill it.
It was basically that moment where you attack, you attack the guy and all the NPC companions become hostile.
Yeah, exactly.
When a guard attacks a party member, everyone rolls for initiative.
Depends what they do.
So
We're getting really off topic.
we are. So yeah, you see these the Great Old Ones stepping forward, and it's a vision, but since you're the one asking the question, the others are having their own visions of understanding. You're the only one rolling a sanity roll here because you are seeing
Shit.
multiple Great Old Ones stepping forward into primordial Earth.
You know what? These guys didn't treat me wrong. They were nice to me. They're still nice to me, bro!
Okay.
I rolled a 17!
You don't take sanity loss. I'm going to say the reason you don't is because it's like you see visions of, but not the actual
Fuck you.
faces of.
I want to see Cthulhu.
You see
Is that no
you see them stepping forward into this primordial Earth, and the denizens of this planet quickly scampering away. But you also see something landing in Antarctica. The thing that was described as the heart of creation.
It's another cartoon.
And you see the lines, the invisible lines that connect, that seem to connect from humans. They are much stronger connecting from the Great Old Ones to this. And in that connection, you also see the dinosaurs, or the primordial dinosaurs connecting to that. And from that, you see kind of a combination of dinosaurs and to a point like Great Old One humanoid-esque shapes turning into what looks like lizard people. And they begin to build a civilization.
Lizard people are real.
Lizard people are real.
Zuckerberg.
When I went into this campaign, you remember how I was like, yeah, this campaign is Call of Cthulhu, but the premise is all the conspiracy theories, all the good ones, not the shitty ones. Get those out of here.
Yeah, flat earthers.
Yeah, get out of here, flat earthers. We don't want you.
First the earth.
Young Earth is real though.
No. Only the good ones. They're all.
I almost added another one and I go too far. I know another conspiracy theory that I know is not real. Holocaust deniers.
Well, I mean, to be fair, that one's not happened yet.
Fuck those guys.
Yeah.
1958 campaign. Fuck those guys.
Dude, can we just please have a 1950s campaign?
Yeah, that's what we were going for with the Descendants.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, it was 19. We were gonna set it in
Yeah, because it was
1958.
going to be alien themed.
Yeah.
We were gonna set it in 1958. We already talked about this.
Yes.
We're doing Star Wars first though, because
Yes.
you gave
We
us.
need a break.
We need a break.
Yeah, we need a break from this crazy ass shit.
Yeah.
So yeah, you see the beginnings of the reptilian civilization forming.
Do I have more Cthulhu mythos?
Yeah.
Okay,
I'm gonna give you
question
another
though.
5 points.
Question
For
though.
understanding so much shit.
Do we see any like cat people or like elves with gray skin?
Are elves
Or
real?
like
Confirm that elves are real.
Not in this one. This is like the first beginnings of civilization.
Morrowind, not confirmed.
Yeah, Morrowind's not confirmed.
But also Jake R.R. Tolkien.
Oh.
Fucking liar. Middle
Yeah,
Earth is
I know.
not just old Earth.
Rip.
Wow.
Cultural.
What's J.R.R. Tolkien's
So,
thoughts on the Jews?
That
Oh,
vision fades again. And you hear the voice once again say, understanding.
Did you make us? we the descendants of elder gods.
There's a long pause, and
I have lizard person DNA. My ancient reptilian brain.
there's a long pause, and there's not really a reply to that one.
Bro.
Does it not know? Or can it not say?
Yeah. I had a question?
Teacher, you ignored me.
You actually say that.
Yes.
You feel the protection from the cold that you felt from Krampus suddenly go away, and you were very, very, very frigidly cold for a moment.
I'm pretty sure you need me.
The protection returns.
Suck a dick.
Krampus just like, man, it got drafty for a second. What happened?
So you did create us.
So, when you say that, you get a very strange vision.
Oh, I'm opening the lore. Give me that lore.
And this one you feel...
It's just
This one you're going to take a sanity roll just for
It's
seeing.
it's just fucking Aqua fucking my mom.
I was like, that's why she died.
No, I failed that one. That one I failed.
Rightfully so.
It's even worse.
What is your sanity right now?
26.
I'm a little worried. Okay.
26.
Even worse, it's a Aqua fucking your dad.
That's how I was born. It thought with my mom.
So I'm gonna say this is probably a 2d10.
Oh shit.
As your mind tries to bend to understand this.
Oh no. Oh no. No!
What'd you roll?
Okay.
Oh, 10.
Oh,
First
no.
one was enough. Was enough.
So you got a total of 10.
Yeah, half.
Okay.
Back to where I started. 21.
Very nice. So when you see this vision, you realize that your mind is definitely bending and interpreting things, and you get the impression that you are seeing another dimension.
Oh my god, I can work through the mythos.
Yeah, definitely.
Yes.
This time,
I've been able to roll good
You were-
mythos.
you are seeing something that definitely does not flux with the current dimension you're in.
Bro, I'm fucking opening doors over here.
And having
How did your
seen this,
conversations go?
What's that making money?
you see a figure with no face, who, when you first see him, his form is almost shapeless and it becomes humanoid, almost as if your mind is rationalizing its form. And as this happens, you also see that it takes on the garb of what you consider to be a scientist.
Mhm.
And it seems to be examining what looks like a petri dish under your closest approximation to a microscope. 1920s, you know. 1920s science.
Oh.
And it is examining this petri dish and making changes to it. And as it does, you see your dimension, your reality.
The original or the new one?
Yes.
Wait, we're all just a petri dish? And oh my god. Oh my god.
You see the scientist examining the experiment that it's currently working on, which your mind rationalizes into a petri dish and what is, to the scientist, bacteria.
Wait, did I just see God?
And as it is examining this bacteria, you see almost a view through the microscope. And in the microscope, you see visions of the bacteria taking on the shape of the scientist, building idols to it, worshipping it.
I just saw God.
And he's got a doctorate. I'm glad you like that.
I just saw God and he's got a doctorate.
That's the quote of the night.
Oh God. Continue.
So, you see the scientist examining the petri dish, which is taking on the shape, or not petri dish itself, but the bacteria inside, taking on the shape of the scientist and building idols to it. And you get a sense of alarm. This isn't what was meant to be. And you see the scientist leave. And then you get the sense that this is good. And you kind of get this impression from Ithaqua.
Wait.
This is a lot.
It is a lot.
So, canonically, God is real, and we are a petri dish experiment and he doesn't like what we're doing, so he just fucking bounces, and that's the best we could have hoped for.
The impression you get is that the scientist left to essentially tend to other experiments while this one sits for a while.
So we're being left to fester.
And if the scientist were to return and find that things have gone further in this direction, further in the direction of understanding it, then it is likely the experiment will be destroyed.
So I'm not supposed to have seen what I've seen.
Yeah.
Wow.
Cool.
And you also get the impression that the reason Ithaqua is helping you is not to stop the, world-ending cult or whatever, but because what they are doing will lead to greater understanding.
So Ithaqua wants us to be dum-dums.
Well, not necessarily us, but
be dum-dums and live.
Yeah.
Be dum-dums and live.
And you also get the impression that the thing that they created, the being that took control, was very close to the scientist. It was...
Oh my God.
They were trying to replicate it.
So, not only is God real,
but God
and has abandoned his creation, but we, in a roundabout way, as humanity, have created God. And broke one of the commandments. Dude, I need a mental break. Let me just pause it real quick.
I do have to pee again.
Have a
Baby
good
bladder.
Continue.
So, having seen this vision, you also catch a brief glimpse into a vision that you had seen before, and one that is laced with fear. Something that Ithaqua seems to dread. And that is the vision of the eye. And it becomes clear to you that that is the scientist taking notice.
The eye.
The eye that was in the vision where Dr. Gray was sinking the ship, and there was that big eye looking up from the water.
Oh my God. Oh my God. We gotta stop Dr. Gray. We need to stop him.
You know what I suggest?
Hmm?
We bring Dr. Gray from another universe, one that's not crazy, well, one that's not like evil.
Can we do that again?
The options. We can do it. But yeah, and just dust him. powder. Thanos.
So the goal here is to prevent the cult from causing too much of a scene, so he doesn't notice.
You see behind the vision, in the snow, the silhouetted head slowly nod.
And any suggestions on how to do that?
The silhouetted head shakes its head no.
So you're trusting us to literally stop the entire universe from exploding?
Slow nod.
And yet you have no suggestions on how to prevent that.
There's a shake of the head.
Cool. Good talk. You've been really helpful, Snow Miser.
And you are smited. And the blizzard slowly begins to subside as you see this figure retreating into the distant mountains. And at that point, back over to you. My scene played out a little longer than I thought, but
All good. So, pretty much Krampus is sitting there.
Do you know about this?
I assume you mean the whole end of the world thing.
The Petri dish thing.
Yeah.
Did you see that as a...
what? No, I saw a bunch of stuff with like, I think it was like cavemen, and some like they were making monsters and things. I think we're supposed to stop that, right?
Yeah. So, you were helping us with the disc, Krampus.
Yeah. So this whole thing, you have to keep in mind, this was not my part of the trade. So I'm going to help you find the disc, but in turn, you have to do something for me.
And what would that be?
So I can't give away too many details right off the bat, but pretty much you have to retrieve something for me.
Can we go back? It's really cold.
Oh yeah, you're the one without shoes.
Yeah, I didn't know we were going to Antarctica.
Alright.
So, flash of the cape, and you guys are back in New York.
We're standing in Grand Central Station like a bunch
So-
of idiots.
Yeah.
Right in your living room.
No.
Not as like snow is dripping off, and
Yeah.
you're just like rubbing your hands, like puts your feet under a blanket. So not to complain or anything, but did we have to walk the entire way? Couldn't you not have just like caped us directly to where we needed to be?
That's not my domain. I can't just cape you there.
You can cape us out.
Yeah, this is my domain.
Wait, Benny's house is your domain.
It is since you brought the dolls in.
Burn the dolls. Burn all of the dolls. So what are we retrieving for you?
Well, it kind of, I guess it warrants a little backstory, but years ago,
Doesn't it always?
years ago I lost a kid on my first run of the job. You see, I was a kid myself and Nikki always had it out for me. We were like 8 human years. I don't know. I was a kid, and he, the portly bastard, the shitbag, he snipped a hole in my sack. Sack was bigger than I was. That's what she said. Well, pretty much, long story short, he sabotaged me, I got in trouble, I got banned from that area, and I need to retrieve the girl.
So what area?
Iceland. The problem is it's not my domain. I used the gate to get there. I tried to use it the last time, but, well, the bitch destroyed it. I think she knows I'm looking for her.
Is it a girl from Wales?
Yep, you've met her before.
And you need her back.
Yes.
So you can do what exactly?
I can't give you the details, but I can assure you she won't be harmed.
Can I roll a psychology check to see if he is lying to me?
Yes.
I don't believe him. I don't believe you. It's cocked. It's the same thing. Success.
Okay.
Just a regular success, though.
So he doesn't look like he's lying outright. He looks like he's unsure.
So,
It's kind of like rubbing at the back of his neck.
So
fidgeting.
what exactly is the goal after we get her?
You mean for you?
No, for you.
Well, once I help you guys out, I just ensure that everything goes to plan.
And what's the plan?
To help you collect all the discs.
No. Where do you take the children when you take them?
Well, typically to Antarctica.
To Ithaqua.
Sometimes.
Do I know? Can I?
The name.
I think it's fair enough that you know the name, yeah.
Okay.
Like, you've heard the name before, you know the connection, I think you probably did a little research, because you've heard the name, right?
Yeah.
And you've had a lot of downtime.
Because I will call him Snow Miser.
Yeah.
Is this the alternative?
The alternative being Snow Eyes, right? You know the name of Aqua.
Yeah.
You take him to Ithaqua.
Not always. They're pretty much naughty kids. They tend to.
But you don't eat them.
No, I'm vegetarian.
And how do you know that
Because
they don't eat them?
Well, because the only reason we take them there is to pretty much just get a clean slate. Naughty kids, they act out and they break the rules. We can't have rule breakers because then we get noticed.
What do they do to break the rules?
Well, a lot of the times, naughty kids get into things or learn things they shouldn't. Not always, but it's rather be safe than sorry.
When you say learn things they shouldn't, can you be more specific?
They see things like me. They dabble in things that they shouldn't.
So kids being like more imaginative.
Not always,
And
but sometimes.
So you not being careful enough is grounds to kill children.
No, I never said I killed them.
You just hand them to Ithaqua never to be seen again.
No, we pretty much swipe. Clean slate, send them somewhere else.
so we
Not
just
back
wipe their
home.
mind and send them somewhere else.
Yeah,
That
That
does
sounds
not sit
evil.
well with- yeah, that sounds really bad.
Why would we help you?
because you don't really have a choice. It's the end of the world.
But it's also the end of the world for
Well,
you.
yeah, I mean, here's the catch. If we don't help you get her, you're still going to help us. Because if the world dies, you also die.
I mean,
That's
We literally have all the bargaining power in this situation. Right? I'm not the only one.
And the thing is, we're gonna try and save the world, whether you help us or not.
Yeah.
If you help us,
We're the ones driving this ship at this point.
I can move dimensions.
We're going to skip the side quest. Are you helping us get the disc or not?
Only if you help me get the girl.
Then we're not getting the disc. Right, we're not doing that, right?
I feel like we might still need to do that, right? Because we have to stop the cult. And from what we know, we need to have those discs to do it.
Where do you take them after? You don't send them home.
I typically send them to either a place where they'll be taken care of or to a new dimension, depending on them.
You don't. After you wipe their minds, you don't take them home.
No, because usually the whole reason that they were naughty is because of their environment.
But they're...
Also, like, is this just like you prevent the worst cases, or you just grab the ones you think are the worst cases? Like, what's the process of grabbing?
It's typically the worst cases, yeah.
The worst cases. So,
People
do
who
some like slip through the cracks sometimes? Because I feel like we still get really bad people occasionally.
Yeah, it happens.
Jack the Ripper exists.
But a lot.
Where were you when Jack the Ripper happened?
How old was he when he started doing that?
There's not like a code. There's not like.
Listen, I'm one person. I can only hold so many children.
Okay.
Why can't I hold all these children?
If we didn't have one quote, like already have our quote of the night, there's another good one.
What?
I'm only one person. I can only hold so many children.
Today at work, I'm only one man. I can only do so many things.
It's easier to reshape a child's mind than it is to reshape a grown man's mind. They're a little more susceptible.
Ask all the prostitutes that Jack the Ripper killed whether they would have at least wanted you to try.
Trust me, stuff like that, they've gone beyond the point of trying. It's a little harder to mold stone than it is clay.
So.
And then you just let it happen.
You met this person we're trying to get. Is she a kid?
No, she's a grown woman, right? Like, I don't understand why we have to grab her. She seemed fine.
Because, again, she's seen things, she's noticed things.
We've seen things. I mean, you just said that
She
you
saw
can't.
things as a kid.
But you just said that you can't change it after. She's an adult now.
I didn't say I was going to change her.
We're rationing around as to you. So what are you doing? So you're not changing her. So what are you doing to her?
Okay, so it's kind of embarrassing, but I'm in the market.
Oh no! Oh no! And she just like Izzy just walks off.
Gross. And what makes you think she'd be okay with that?
I never said she was, but it wasn't really.
It's a big old note from me.
It wasn't really something I planned. You don't really think that Mr. and Mrs. Claus just met at a bar one day.
I didn't think that he kidnapped her and then groomed her.
I never groomed anybody. I haven't seen her since. We're literally like the same age.
How old are you?
In human years, like 24.
Wait, At this point, Izzy comes back because she like left the room but stayed out in the hallway and then walked back in. Wait, if you're like 24, Krampus's mythology existed way longer than that. Is there like multiple Krampuses? Is it like more than Krampus dies and then the person who killed the Krampus becomes the new Krampus? Like they just start turning into the Krampus. They can't shave off the beard hair from their lower body.
It's not a curse. What?
Wait, do you?
What do you think this is lycanthropy?
I don't more like.
I don't bite someone, they become the Krampus.
It's like kind of like a clause, I guess.
Wait, so you are not the first Krampus though.
No.
Parker?
Did you?
Who? What?
We haven't seen him for a while.
That's true. And he is 24 years.
No, Parker 25.
We had to. we're on to you.
We haven't seen you.
Krampus.
Pretty much when a Krampus is exhausted is.
So let me get this straight. You refuse to help us stop the end of the world, and will only help us save everyone from dying if we play matchmaker for you, because you are lonely and want a wife.
I never said I was lonely, but yes.
Are we okay with this?
I don't know. Like, here's the thing. If we get her right and we set up, I'm not gonna take her and be like, yeah, you have to live with Krampus now. But if we like set up like a little date and you two actually hit it off, maybe.
Yeah, it has to be
We can set up a
consensual.
blind date at least,
It has to
right?
be consensual.
Yeah.
This is all really awkward.
Yeah, very.
You're the one that's refusing to help us stop the literal end of the world.
It's not really my choice. It was something that was pitched to me by my mother. Or the closest thing I have.
You have a mom?
Sort of.
Who's this?
It's the spirit of winter.
What?
Okay, we're
So the
getting off
spirit of
topic.
winter wants grandkids.
We need more spirits and
You did say you were short-staffed.
very.
So now we're getting into child labor.
I wouldn't put him to work at newborns. I could barely make it snow when I was
Yeah.
a newborn.
So you wait until the
Wait, you were born as Krampus?
Yeah.
And Saint Nick was also born as
Was he born with a beard?
Santa.
Was he born with a beard? I need to know.
No.
Did he have a beard today?
No.
Does he have a beard now?
Yes.
How old is Santa?
Santa is, by your definition, 24.
Why do you keep saying your definition? How old are you really?
I mean, the spirit is ancient, but the body is 24.
So it's like reincarnation, or
Pretty much.
can't you just reincarnate more spirits?
No, there's only one soul. You can't really pull magic from nothing. Not like that. Not a magic being. They have to be born or they have to be created with other means.
I'm so tired. Okay, so that doesn't stop the fact that you won't stop us from preventing the end of the world.
I think, like, we get that part, right? He's very self-serving. But here's the thing. If
I'm not down
if
to
it's
help.
okay, well, here's the thing.
I'm not
If
down to help.
if all we're doing is setting up a blind date and we have Krampus's word that she's free to go if she doesn't want to.
Do we have that?
Yeah, do we have that? If we bring her to you, is she free to leave if she wants?
If you can find me someone similar, someone who...
Listen, we're not willing to take anyone who... we're not gonna capture a random person and bring them to you just to...
Speed dating.
Like, we'll set up a date, sure, that's fine, but we're not gonna kidnap somebody.
I mean, you don't really have to. It just has to be someone who, won't bleed out their ears when they see me.
Okay.
Is he? Don't
Brian's going, oh yeah, that whole Bo thing, Ruth dies. Izzy and Bo canon now.
Or Izzy is doing that fish where it's like...
Izzy a monster fucker.
Weighing the options. Here's an interesting question. Can you not be that?
Like, this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that's the spell that can... Who all... Do you have a more attractive person? Face. No offense. No offense, but like...
All offense taken.
You're not really, most people's types.
A bit hairy. You could do with a shave. And pants.
Yeah, and maybe not gray?
I take after my mom.
But is there a way that you can undo that?
I mean, I can pretty much...
For this apparent date, and also, depending on how this goes, forever.
Also, maybe not so much grease in the hair, just a little less.
I worked really hard on my hair. It took me like 3 hours.
Yeah,
You know how hard it is to...
You know how 3 hours of putting grease in your hair? Try maybe an hour and a half.
But how...
Or none. Also a possibility.
Listen, it's really hard to do your hair around horns.
Is it curly? Is it just like a big curly mess?
Well, it's wavy, but yeah.
But you imagine Krampus with an afro?
Is there a way to hit me with what you think is your most attractive shadow?
No, okay.
Floor does the whole flourish with the cape. He looks exactly the same, but human colored.
Horns and everything.
Absolutely.
So the horns, are those like just like part of the deal? They don't go.
Don't they look badass?
Yeah, we were thinking more like human.
I mean, I'm like
No, like
fleshy.
no. Is there like? Can you lose the horns? Is that a possibility?
Well, yeah.
So he rubs his hands over and the horns are gone.
Okay, I'm starting to see it. Now, the pants situation. Just most people on dates, they wear nice clothing, which include pants.
These are pants.
Wait, are you just wearing like fuzzy overalls?
No, he's got robes on, so they're just pants.
Oh,
Yeah.
right. Yeah, I forgot he had robes. For some reason, I was just imagining like a satyr, like the goat legs.
So
Maybe a nice suit.
Maybe wear normal people clothes.
Yeah, I bet you would have some nice clothes.
What century? What? I mean,
Are there choices?
yeah.
through like closet.
Are there any modern takes?
Oh, absolutely. There's funny pajamas. He
Maybe-
literally reaches up in
let's say-
there and pulls out like a rack.
Let's say
clothes.
Let's say this decade.
All right. So, are we looking for like gangsta look? Are we looking for a a businessman look? Are we looking for a
Businessman? That sounds...
workman look?
Now, what's the name of this girl that we're going after anyway? I forgot.
Rafna.
Rafna. What do you think Rafna's into?
Not fuzzy pants.
Hey, super comfortable and they keep you warm.
Right, but, you're going on a date.
Maybe she's into it.
Fuzzy pants?
Hey, there's this thing coming in like 80 years called furries.
I don't know what that is, and I'm not sure I
People
want
dig fuzzy pants. Fur everywhere.
They call it yiffing.
They do call it yiffing.
Wait, how do you know?
But let's just go with
this conversation alone, trying to get
Play matchmaker with
play
Krampus.
matchmaker for Krampus.
let's go with businessmen.
Okay, so I've got casual suspenders or belt.
Suspenders?
Okay, alright,
Those will never go out of style.
That's
Apparently a guy I work with really enjoys them. He's like, yeah, bro, it's like super convenient.
didn't
I
take.
I came this close to buying a fucking pair.
I have suspenders.
Yeah, I think it's super. I think they're stylish.
They are dapper.
But I'm
as
also an old man. So
Live your old man dreams about the suspenders. I have some thin suspenders that I adore. They're nice.
but yeah, suspenders.
alright, so I know that the tie's a little more, business, but I also got bow ties. Tie, bow tie.
Regular tie. Regular tie. You're not trying to teach us science.
Deny the science.
All those are canon.
Yeah, there's a guy in the future. Your great grandkids. Yeah, it doesn't matter. You might have some kids. They'll understand.
Our grandkids.
As he's like, oh, a machete. Commit Sudoku.
Yeah, regular tie.
Regular tie. Okay. Okay. So we've got most of an outfit together.
Lose the fuzzy pants.
No. Okay.
Not right now.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, and not in front of us.
Okay.
But
Are
yeah,
you sure?
it's positive.
100%.
Start slowly lowering.
Are you sure?
150% sure.
All right. Well, I think I can take the rest from here. I've got pants and shoes. I think I've got shoes.
He doesn't have hoofs, does he?
Not in this form.
Okay.
So, as he's changing, so we have to tell her what he actually looks like, right?
I think it'll come up eventually, naturally, maybe. I don't know.
And what if she decides to run away? We're talking
Oh, okay. Yeah. Out of earshot.
out of the
10 feet in the kitchen.
10 feet in the kitchen.
Here's the thing, right? Like I said from the beginning, the only thing we're agreeing to is setting up a date. If that date goes terribly and she doesn't want anything to do with him, that's not on us. We'll do our best to kind of like butter her up and be like, yeah, he's great. He's a great guy. He
Hard
probably
worker.
sells used cars.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. Hard worker.
Yeah, hard worker.
He's over there picking his nose.
Kidnaps children.
Works hard kidnapping.
He's a hard worker. He let me say about his work.
Just that he works with children.
He works with children.
Works with children, yeah. Leave out the part where he
He's very
kidnaps them,
committed.
takes them to,
He's very committed. He's actually been on one job. He's currently working on a task that he's been assigned to for what, 20 years?
14?
Yeah, 14,
15? Something like that.
14 or 15 years. So, yeah,
This will work.
commitment.
Yeah, this will work.
Yeah.
Benny sarcastically rolling his eyes, knowing this won't work.
Guys, turn around. He's got a tail.
Lose the tail, please.
Oh, it helps me balance.
It just falls over. It's the sound of Krampus falling over. It's all the bells.
Oh, I don't have my bells.
But
He keeps the bells.
so he looks presentable.
Enough, yeah.
I'm gonna do it once over, make sure he's not fucking got any dumb shit on.
No dumb shit. Not this time.
So now we actually need to go and find her, and because you can't go to where she is, from what I understand.
So
So
we'll
we've
have
got to
to-
basically go and be like,
Can you
hey.
still whoosh us in this form, or do you need the robes?
I need the robes, but if you promise to bring them back, because if you don't, I'll kill you. But you can borrow the robes. I myself just cannot go to these areas.
Yes. Give me the robes.
And he now saw.
He pulls out the second closet.
Where's my other transportation robes? There's the dry cleaners block.
Now Benny has a magic item.
Oops, sorry. So, he pretty much just takes the robes. He had them folded over one of the chairs. Takes them over, sets them on your shoulders, and they are very heavy.
They smell like wet dog.
No, they actually smell like cedar.
It's much better than wet dog.
So I'm gonna think
I know they
about.
stink, I'm sorry.
I'm gonna think about Santa
That's it.
and whoosh, just kind of like.
no.
Wait, are you with him? Do you
I mean, I'm
push it?
I imagine not. I imagine I'm like standing a distance away.
Okay.
I'm gonna foosh and then like try to bring everyone in with my foosh.
Okay. Krampus cannot go. So you
Not
will
Krampus.
Okay, yeah.
But Bo and
Bo and Izzy. Okay.
just foosh them.
Alright. So everything goes dark, and as soon as the robes fall away, you see someone sitting at a very just expensive hand-carved desk, scribbling away.
It's Christmas magic.
In July, Santa.
You see the man at the desk slowly turn around, and his eyes are huge.
Sally, get the gun!
Okay, thinking of Rafna, and then whoosh fast.
You just hear a woman going, Nikki, what's wrong? And then you guys.
I need
Drop
a
the
quick
rose.
description. What did Santa look like? 24-year-old Santa. I need to know.
Okay.
So I'm just imagining as soon as you said that they were like 24 and weren't always, I just immediately imagined that Krampus and Santa both have the Santa Claus situation where it's like you kill Santa and become Santa.
He looks weirdly like Tim Allen.
Exactly.
There was actually going to be the Santa Claus reference.
Like, listen, I know his movie did better in the box office. That one with Tim Allen, it was alright, but...
Wait, does Santa know about the feud? We have to go back. We have questions. Listen, do you know who Snow Miser is?
Of course I know.
So we're gonna think. I'm thinking of
Trying to make them laugh.
think of Raph. Yeah, we make Santa laugh. We win.
Free presents!
We get presents.
Free toys! Alright. Toys aren't nearly the same when you're an adult.
We can check off something on our Pulp Cthulhu checklist. We've met Santa.
We have met Santa. We met Santa, and second check, he wanted to kill us.
Even better.
It's a Christmas miracle.
The fence is getting braver.
In July.
Feds are good. Yeah, exactly. Christmas miracle in July.
We need to update the electric fence. The fans are getting braver. They're teleporting straight into my office. More magic shields. Alright, so once the cape drops, you are standing pretty much just right outside of the village where you originally met Krafna.
You know, I keep forgetting to put on shoes. This is a problem.
That's a you problem.
So it's just like as Krampus would say.
Rafna! I'm gonna start marching through the snow.
Alright,
Crunch, crunch, crunch.
so a few people take notice and they would recognize you.
With this huge fucking coat.
Yeah. You just came prepared. So they notice you and a few people do recognize you and kind of wave and start speaking to you in a language you do not understand.
Donkey.
Shrek?
It's German for thank you. I'm just badly pronouncing it on purpose.
Oh,
As a joke.
gotcha. Alright, so
Energy.
A little bit of Axel slipping through.
So, a few people start calling out and more people start coming around to greet you again, and again, all kind of babbling away in a language you don't understand. And you can see the building where Hrafna and her adopted parents live, and all you see is a curtain close.
Wow.
Dragging the cape.
Yeah.
As you're walking, there's a pile of snow building up in the cave. It's getting harder to pull.
And I'm doing like that like wide step walk where I'm bringing one foot like way up and trying to step really far because each step is painful because I don't have shoes and I'm walking through snow.
Yes. Alright, so when you knock on the door, there isn't an answer for a bit. So you don't get an answer at first.
Please, my feet are very cold.
So you see, finally, the door, you hear a latch unlock, and then the door opens, and it's Hrafna's mother, and she's not looking you guys in the eyes. So she kind of glances up and glances away, almost looking nervous or guilty. And in very broken English, she says, "Hello."
Hello there, we are looking for Rafna.
I am afraid she is out
Out where?
gathering water out by the streams.
Is she really there, or?
Would you like to roll psychology?
Yes, 100%. I don't believe these people. Fail.
Okay. Can't really tell. She's
Which
just fidgety.
dream?
It's just about a 10 minutes walk. Head out and that way.
Pile of more snow in the cape. Into that cape, soaked.
Yeah, no, yeah.
You haven't pressed the water resistant button. I'm just kidding. More wrong. So, roll a spot hidden. Both of you can roll.
With advantage, because I have a talent. Already, that is a
43.
It's a hard success.
Okay.
Hard success.
So,
I also succeed.
okay. So, the first thing you guys would notice is that there's already plenty of water.
That bitch, she's lying to us.
Plenty of water at the house. There are buckets and there's even a trough and it's filled up with water. And another thing you would see is something in the distance in the opposite direction almost looks like the glow of a lantern in distance.
Yeah, this is in the house.
No, behind the house.
Oh.
We're going behind the.
Oh, okay.
Turn around.
Yeah, I suppose we'll head to that lantern. Oh, actually, well, like when the door was open, I'd be like, "You don't have any shoes I can borrow, do you?" Just to like point to my bare feet and be like,
Yeah. She kind of makes a startled sound and then hurries inside and comes back with a pair of socks and boots.
"Cool."
They may not fit properly, but there's something.
It's the repercussions of being teleported all over the fucking place. Just like,
Good luck, you still got clothes.
yeah.
Rathna, I know it's you.
Hey!
I'm gonna follow the lantern.
Alright.
My cape.
So, the shadowy figure holding the lantern turns to you, and as soon as they see you, they take off running.
I want to imagine a few feet ahead,
Mm-hmm.
and then.
Very resourceful. I like that. Alright, so as soon as the cape drops, you pretty much just come face to face. She runs into you. You both fall into the snow.
Yes. It worked!
So, as soon as Hrafna recovers, she holds up her lantern and is speaking as quickly as possible in Icelandic and is holding the lantern up to you. And then as soon as she realizes it's you, she calms a little bit. Oh, you scared me. Yeah, I thought you were someone else.
Who did you think I was?
No, and it's nothing.
Did you think I was a creepy gray man with horns?
Well, not exactly. I've been having dreams about a figure in the woods, and so sorry. I feel like I'm going crazy.
A figure in the woods?
Yes, ever since you and your group came and dealt with Grayla, I've been having these sweet dreams and I'm just a bit unsettled.
Do you want us to check it out?
No, it's nothing I've seen in person. It's just in dreams. I'm just... It's been really rough because I haven't gotten proper sleep, so...
You know what might help? A vacation.
Wait. How did you two get here?
Magic cape.
Magic cape. Oh, right. Of course you'd have a magic cape. Why wouldn't you have a magic cape?
Because we beat Batman.
I need sleep. I destroyed the cape, so it was paranoia, but I guess it was stupid because if something magic wanted to get me, it would use a magic cape or whatever. So I guess that was pointless.
How did you destroy the gate?
It was strange.
I forgot I showed her the gate.
Yeah.
And I was like, how did you know
Hey,
there
you took
was...
her to Wales.
Yeah, I was like, how did you know there was a gate? I did that thing.
Mm-hmm. Well, it was,
That was when I first learned fucking, that spell. What spell was that? Dominate Mind. It was like when I first learned it.
Yeah.
and you...
Good
Mine-
times.
What was it that Krampus said? Hold on, let me go back to my notes.
Pushed his,
Mentally shoved my Scandinavian branch manager into the belly of a dormant volcano.
I love that.
Well, I think your lads, I think they assisted me and they left things. This town definitely does not have dynamite. And I found some and matches.
Yule lads.
Yeah, that was a thing.
Spoon liquor is real?
Oh yes.
They worked for Grayla.
They were her sons.
Yeah, this is easy.
Yeah.
Coming to them because it was Jane that was with you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Izzy's kind of stumbling on this.
Yeah.
How spoon liquor is real. You know, at this point, I should honestly just reevaluate my entire mythological. It's all real, isn't it?
It's all real.
Right.
We met Santa.
Yeah, we met Santa.
You what?
We went, okay, Magic Cape, so we got the Magic Cape, and our first thought was oh yeah, we've got to do this thing, we have this mission to do, but let's go see Santa. And then he tried to shoot us.
Well, you see, the first time we came here, we thought, I'm going British now, we thought,
It's contagious.
we thought of Santa last time, so let's do that. And then it took us to actual Santa.
Okay.
But then we thought of you, so now we're here.
Why didn't you just think of me to begin with?
Touche.
I think we just wanted to see Santa, really.
Just.
It worked last time, okay? There's a method to the madness.
Okay.
You know who Snow Miser is?
What?
No.
Is that?
Speaking of madness.
21. 21 insanity.
Ooh.
Wait, I'll get to those single digits. Never had a dog.
Huh?
Never had a dog.
Oh, okay. I was like, what the F is that sound?
Yeah, never had a dog.
Alright.
Do you want to go on vacation?
Yeah, maybe go see the city.
Yeah. Kokomo.
I don't.
It's a place where people go. Yeah.
She did not say that. Krampus would. Krampus in his head is like, that's what he's singing in his head.
We've got a magic cape. We toss it over us and
The world is your oyster.
I guess it wouldn't hurt. It might help soothe the nightmares, so
Where,
it's worth a shot.
where do you want to go?
Where do you want to take me? I've never been outside of Iceland except for when I was a child, and I don't remember that.
I want to think of Mr. Right.
Alright. He's at the grocery store.
he's in the bathroom.
He's like, ah! You're like, I'm sorry, Mr. Right! That scarred everyone involved.
Yep.
Yeah.
Alright. So,
And just afterwards, I love this thing.
have to fight Krampus for it.
This is also my role.
All I imagine is when he goes to take it back, it's just like fighting for it. It's like, give it back in.
Do you have a smaller version? One that I get to keep?
Just a little piece. I can toss it over.
You don't need the whole thing.
It's really the cape you can cut in half.
You get the left half, I get the right half. No, it makes me look ominous.
So I'm gonna think of Mr. Right and then whoosh us.
Alright. So, I guess he's just lounging. He hasn't had anything to do while we've been gone, I assume. So he's probably just lounging. Reading
He
a book.
better be working on a fucking mansion. Well, he better be
Is
doing.
he a handyman? I thought he was in charge of hiring a handyman.
Oh, Aaron is here still.
Yeah.
Aaron and Shay.
Yeah, that's true.
Ooh.
Oh no.
So,
Aaron, Shay,
Mr. Right.
Mr. Right. Faust is somewhere. I don't think Faust really like lives at your place. Like he's probably out Fausting.
He lives in the basement.
Just being a Faust, just hanging out.
That's the. Never mind.
So,
All right.
whooshed.
So, you guys end up teleporting into the Tennessee estate.
I know. Okay.
What?
I was gonna say I know what Lady Aaron and Shay are probably doing.
What?
Teaching her to read.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was actually.
Wait, I don't even need to buy a tutor anymore.
You got Mr. Right, and you got.
Lady Aaron is the tutor.
I mean, she can teach her the basics of some stuff. Yeah.
Also, she has a tutor.
Yeah.
I reset that up most likely.
Yeah.
But it's a little easier now
Yeah.
because she's not blind.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean.
But she also has to learn how to read.
Yeah.
And has to learn how. I imagine it's easier to learn how to read if you already know the basics.
Yeah, I would assume so too.
Because it's like she knows sentence structure and like how words are spelled, just not like what the characters mean.
Yeah, I would
It's
assume.
like more she's learning the alphabet.
Yeah, I would assume that too.
Which I imagine would be easy enough. There are things like commas and periods and punctuation.
Yeah. But
And words like giraffe
yes.
and chartreuse. Why does that exist?
Yeah. But I whooshed us.
Yes. So you guys end up finally purifying in the Tennessee estate in the middle of the living room, and Mr. Right there
He
is.
just has a heart attack.
Yeah, Mr.
Just
Right.
drops dead on the spot.
Honestly, by this point, he expects it.
Yeah.
He's like, you know.
No, he goes, it didn't take me this time.
on brand for the person that pays his bills to just be fucking existing here, whooshing into the living room with a fucking cape. Just,
Batman.
what's a coat? Like a giant coat.
Yeah, it's technically a robe, but yeah. It's got a long train on it, so.
Just,
See, I imagine that we do that badass thing where just like you appear and then like you just continue walking and be like, Mr. Right, prepare me waffles.
I think that's the quote of the night.
Take waffles.
Fucking Batman my way into the living room.
It's okay. While this is happening, you're like, make me waffles with that while Mr. Right, and Mr. Right's just like, ow! He just had a heart attack because it just appeared and demanded waffles. SpongeBob quote where he's like, too bad, that didn't kill me. Rest in peace, Mr. Right. He's not dead on the outside, he's just dead on the inside.
It broke me and I don't know why. Oh god. Yes, that's canon. Benny does do that. Thank you, Brian.
No problem.
He just fucking whooshes into the living room and goes, Mr. Right, make me waffles, please.
Just keep walking.
Yeah, and just like walk up to like my office.
Mr. Right's still recovering from his heart attack. Everyone else is like,
oh god, it's so funny.
so,
I can't look at you anymore. Every time I think of the wall.
look away.
Continue.
Alright, so, when you appear, Hrafna is looking around just in awe, because this is only the second time she's experienced this. So she's looking around just baffled at everything she's seeing. There's not snow on the ground, because I feel like for that time, because they're on opposite sides, yes, it would be around late fall, early winter for her, I think.
Yeah.
So she doesn't see the same kind of mountains she's used to. And the grass here is not as crispy.
Yeah.
So it's different for her, of course. She's looking around, just kind of immediately goes to the
I've never
window.
been in a mansion before.
Oh no. She's literally lived in a small Icelandic village town. where the most exciting thing she's seen is probably 2 cows fighting. Super excited. Teeny tiny town. So anyway, she is just pretty much like a kid in a candy shop, running from corner to corner, checking everything out, oohing and awing.
At this point, Izzy's gonna come up to Benny and say, you know, honestly, all we have to do is like have Krampus like go on a cool date with her, because look at her. She's never been out of her village before, right?
Yeah.
Have her take her somewhere impressive.
Yeah. I'm figuring that this would be incredibly easy now.
Yeah, almost morally too easy.
Like,
Worryingly.
Yeah. Worryingly easy. All he has to do
Yeah.
is like take her to the pyramids. Let's go to the pyramids.
Oh. Quick trip, 15 seconds back. We gotta use it while we have it.
Where did you always want to go?
Paris.
Boom, we're there.
You guys usually do. I'll let you if you just want to be like Paris real quick. 1, 2.
Top of the Eiffel Tower.
Boom, we're there.
2. Plummeting.
Here's the real thing, right? We have to keep this coat.
Yeah.
We gotta keep the coat.
How are we gonna do that though?
I don't know.
We make a second coat. We give it to him.
Does it work though?
No.
I mean, how is he gonna take a super easy date? And help with the disc.
That's a good point. Wait, do we need his help? We have the coat.
We don't know where the disc is.
That's a good point.
And also, we need to start pack bonding. Now is not the time to pack bond.
Wait,
Get
are we
attached to
trying to bring Krampus into our entourage? Krampus is
I'm
yet
down.
another
I'm
part-
down for it, personally.
Krampus is yet another member of our harem enemy?
Personally, I'm...
Who's the main character?
Yes.
Bro. Benny.
You trying to fuck Krampus?
Bro.
He's like, boy, I'll fuck you for that coat though.
He can turn into a girl, right?
Probably.
Done. for this coat,
The horns.
this coat, I'll marry
The
Krampus.
horns.
The horns stay on him.
Yeah. He's like, can you turn into a girl, but like, minus a few things.
Can you carry respect?
Not bigger. Do I look like a paper doll?
About the voice.
About the voice.
It's perfect.
So back to the plot happening.
Keep the horns, keep the tail, keep the fur, boobies. That's all I want, boobies.
But back to the actual plot happening.
Shit face.
So you having fun?
This is nothing like anything I've ever experienced. It's amazing.
Well, this is practically the middle of nowhere.
Hurtful?
No, I'm being serious. Like, we're out in the middle of nowhere. Your mansion's not like in the city.
It's like right there. It's a short taxi ride away. Why do I keep going British?
I don't know. Now, I for some reason thought your mansion was outside of the city.
It is.
A decent bit.
It's not like 20, 30 minutes car by car.
Also, let's be honest, if you live in New York City, you'd probably consider Knoxville the middle of nowhere. Let's be perfectly honest. Even in 1920, especially in 1920, I don't think Knoxville would probably be...
Yeah, it'd be small,
stuff. New York.
Yeah.
Be small like that, bro.
Yeah.
But like,
So I stand by my statement.
so
Even if I personally don't
is there
necessarily agree with
is there anywhere you personally want to go?
I really don't know. I mean, I've been raised in a small village, and I don't really know about all these places.
So I'm not sure. I just don't know.
So, we know a person who may be interested in you.
So she kind of looks weary and takes a step back.
In a well,
In a
romantic
romantic sense?
Yeah.
I already told you no.